Hello everyone. Hello, what's up? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the Free and Love channel, and my name is Lavoisia. This channel is all about empowering you. It's all about motivating you. It's all about helping you to achieve your dreams. It's all about giving you information that's relevant to help you to achieve your dreams, to move up to the highest level in life. It's all about sharing with you our experiences so that we can learn together and move on to greater heights. It's all about winning together. So today I'm going to talk about the H1B visa. I'll talk about how to get a sponsor for the H1B visa. So America is on the race for innovation. Many companies require specialized and highly skilled manpower, and this manpower is not readily available in the USA. So the US government has provided opportunity for these companies to source manpower from outside the country. And to get this highly specialized manpower, these companies have to source manpower from outside the USA, and to work in the USA, if you're from outside the country, you need a work visa. And the most popular work visa for this highly specialized manpower is the H1B visa. So if you are outside the USA and you want to move and work in the USA, how do you go about getting a sponsor? So today I'll talk about how to get a sponsor for your H1B visa. So if you are a job seeker outside the USA, your biggest challenge will be to get a company that can sponsor you for the H1B visa. So the H1B visa is a visa that allows manpower. It allows the workforce with specialized skills to work in the USA. Normally, if a company has committed to file for the H1B visa for you, they are going to take care of the necessary fees, documentation, petition, and all the expenses that are necessary for you to get the visa at the embassy and move to the USA to work. Today, I'll talk about 4 best options of finding a company that is willing to sponsor you for your H1B visa. So the first question you ask yourself is, do I qualify for the H1B visa? Now, to qualify for the H1B visa, you need to have either a bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. If you have advanced training in vocational skills, you are also eligible to get the H1B visa. So what are some of the jobs that you will qualify for H1B visa? So the USCIS publishes a list of jobs that have been approved for H1B visa sponsorship, and you can see these jobs if you go to the website. So there are many jobs. These include jobs like accountants and auditors, architects, biologists, budget and management analysts, chemists, civil engineers, college and university educators, database administrators, economists, electrical and electronic engineers, investment banking and security, graphic designers and artists, industrial engineers, mechanical engineers, physicians, surgeons, sales and distribution managers, statisticians, surveyors, system analysts and programmers, teachers both in primary and high school, therapists, and many more. So you can find these jobs on the USCIS website, and if you qualify for any of these jobs, you can go ahead and start your process of making your database of companies and start applying right away. The employer must have an open position that will allow you to apply for the job. So basically, the steps that are involved include: number 1, making sure that you qualify for the H1B visa. Then number 2, finding a job that you qualify for. Then number 3, applying for this job and requesting the employer to petition for the H1B visa, and then the employer will petition for you for the H1B visa and facilitate processing of the H1B at your local embassy. then you can travel to the USA. So today's main topic is, how do I find a company that will sponsor me for the H1B visa? Because the first step is for you to find the company which has got an open position and which can sponsor you for the H1B visa. After you find that company, you'll apply for the job. Then it's upon the company to offer you the job and process for you the visa. So today I'll talk about your part. Your part is to find the company. How do I find this company? Number one is to search the USA H1B visa sponsors database. So the United States Department of Labor every year publishes a list of companies that have sponsored H1B visas. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services and the US Department of Labor every year publishes a database of companies that have sponsored people for the H1B visa, and this is the public domain. So there's a website that is called H1bgrader.com, which I'll put in the comments section below. So if you go to this website, you can be able to find companies that have sponsored people for the H1B visa, and you can target those companies and see whether they have available jobs and search for the jobs. So you can find these companies. You can actually filter these companies by state and even by city and even by county. So it's h1bgrader.com. I'll put it in the comment section below. So you can check on this website and see if any company has jobs which you qualify for and which are being sponsored for H1B visas. You can actually apply for these jobs and you can get them if you qualify for them. So make sure that when you apply for the job, when you are offered the job, you negotiate for H1B sponsorship. So the next option to find an H1B visa sponsoring company is to start doing internship at a company that can sponsor you for the H1B visas. So there's some companies which are multinational, that is, they have branches all over the world. So if you are in college and you are studying, you can target internship in those companies, and if they have a branch in the USA, you can negotiate for an H1B visa and immigrate to the USA. So look for multinational companies that have branches in the USA, and these companies can then sponsor you for your H1B visa. So I don't want to name those companies here, but if you go to the h1bgrader.com, you can see a list of companies, and if any of these companies has a branch in your country, and if you're a student, you can actually get an internship position, or you can even apply for a job on in those companies right in your home country. And then once you get in the system, you can negotiate for an H1B visa if you want to work in a branch which is in the USA. So if you're living in the USA as a student, it's easier. You can do your OPT in those companies that can sponsor you for H1B visa, and once you get in the system, you can negotiate for your way to an H1B visa. So the next option is to find a job in global consulting firms. So these global consulting firms offer services like marketing, accountancy, IT. So if you get a job in those companies that offer consulting, multinational consulting companies, actually they're a good stepping stone to get an H1B visa. Just to name a few of these companies, they include like PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, Ernst and Young, and many others. So if you get a job in those companies, they're actually a good stepping stone to get an H1B visa sponsorship. Another very great way of finding an employer who can sponsor you for an H1B visa is finding a job at a university or non-profit research organizations. This is because these belong to what is called cap gap exempt. That means they're not restricted by the cap gap rule. Cap gap rule just means that there is a certain number of H1Bs visas which have to be issued annually. And once this number is reached, the companies are not allowed to sponsor anymore. But these companies which are cap gap exempt are allowed to sponsor green card. They're allowed to sponsor H1B as long as they have got a vacant position. So if you can get a job as a research scientist or any job in a university that is H1B visa related, that's a sure way of getting an H1B immigration visa. So those are the ways that you can get an H1B visa sponsor. And if you are looking to get a job in the USA, then you should begin by creating a database of companies that you think you qualify for. And once you have this database, you start applying for the jobs. And it's good to apply for as many as possible. Apply jobs in their tens and in their hundreds. That will increase your chances of getting a job. And once you get a job that you think you are qualified for, make sure you tailor your resume and tailor your cover letter to fit the job that you want. So make sure that your resume stands out from all the other applicants. Don't write unnecessary details. Look for examples of resumes that are acceptable in the USA. Many employers don't have time to scan your resume, so put only the relevant information on the resume. You can look for examples of resumes online that are acceptable and examples of cover letters which are acceptable. Remember, you can be a very smart person having a lot of experience, but a wrongly written resume or cover letter can cost you a job. So please make sure that you write a cover letter and tailor your resume to fit the job that you are applying for. And once you begin applying for the job, don't give up. You can apply for as many as possible. These days it's done online and it's free. So don't waste time, start applying now. So thank you very much for watching my video. I hope I was able to provide some information for everyone that is interested. So today's topic was just how to get a sponsor for the H1B visa, but your part is to get the sponsor. And once you get the sponsor will do everything for you. It's going to process the H1B visa for you, file the documentation necessary, and facilitate you to go to the embassy and get your visa processed. So thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you are encouraged. I hope you are motivated to move on. I hope I was able to give you some necessary information. And if this is the kind of content that you like, I would like to request you to please consider subscribing to our channel. And until we meet next time, let us win together.